welcome back. We're going to continue our interview with Adam Smith, who's running the Taurus Ag AIM motion site. So I know we just finished off last. We talked about the wheat, and going to move on to the canola. I think one of the things I noticed the canola, they also have the ag intelligence probes in that as well. What are some of the things that we're looking at in the canola this year? What are some of the more exciting? We'll just hit off some of the top exciting things that we're looking at.
Yeah, for sure. As I guess I talked about before, we were kind of trying to keep the theme fairly similar this year. So again, very good grower standard practice to compare some stuff for us as Taurus. But we have a plot of 200 pounds of top dressed sulfur plus just after emergence, and again looking at some plots of soil health product, I guess, the new biological stuff that we're working on and evaluating with Taurus. So all of our crops essentially have the same theme, looking at an application of active build around herbicide timing to keep those plants growing through a stress period. Guess we do have the crop intelligence probes through there as well, so we're looking at some differences below ground, as Claude had mentioned before, and we were chatting. Half the story is only above ground, so let's start really dialing in what's going on in our soil and looking at stuff like that.
In the past, we've our advanced acres included a lot of our products on that one crop, and this year I know it's just having a talk with the group and some of the stuff you hear here is kind of keying in on one or two products with each crop. How did you go about doing that, and what value does that give versus the years in the past where we looked at a multiple set? Maybe go into that a little bit further, as I think that's kind of an interesting take from what we've done in the years past.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than what we've done with AIM. I guess this year's being different, right? Being not having a show, but we're just looking to show the farmers, I guess, what we can do, not only by stacking a bunch of our products on top of each other, but putting some key highlights together. And as I said earlier, for us, it was a couple key things that we wanted to key in on, and soil health obviously being one of them, and the real part of biologicals and where that's going to fall, and the other one being salt index. So having crystal green or a sulfur plus, dedicating a few plots, I guess, to sulfur plus for top dressing our calcium sulfate really made sense to us, and how we're going to showcase that going forward. So it was the right time, and it was the right decision this year.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it's very more what the farmers doing. Our growers are working with us. We'd like them to work with multiple products, but a lot of times they're working with one or two. So it maybe represents even more so what we got going on in the field, and as people learn the different products, they will continue to add more in. So I like what you've done out here. I know it's not our product, but the ag intelligence. One of the questions I had for you is, what are some of the values that we could maybe get between what we're learning from ag intelligence and how our products would fit in that? What do they give us that helps us learn about our products?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the anecdotal stuff that we were always getting through Taurus, when we were looking at a foliar standpoint, was, how many comments of, my crop just keeps growing through herbicide timing. And, we knew the science behind it, but it was nice to prove it to yourself, because everybody's a visual person, even us at Taurus. So the addition of the crop intelligence probes with South Country has allowed us to see the water uptake, I guess, at that depth process. So we were really keyed in on kind of that 1 week after, 2 weeks after herbicide timing, seeing where you'd get that stalled, especially with the addition of a viper, where it can really hurt those peas, right? And you see the yellowing and you see the stalled outness. So seeing it in action, not only on the top, but seeing the rooting depth continue to drive down has been a real positive for Taurus. And really the information that we can help agronomically feed back into crop intelligence has been a real great win-win, I guess, for both of us going forward.
One of the products that you brought up, and I know there's different ones out there that do the crop has a tougher time working through, and we do see even greater advantages with different foliars. Viper is one that in the past we haven't had a product that we could tank mix with it, but this year we have a new one called VPR. And can you give a little bit in depth of how that product's worked and the concept of that product? We had a great year with it and sold out, and a lot of happy customers on not only the logistics, but the results in the field.
Yeah, we've been super happy with the addition of a VPR, especially in my part of the world, Claude, and your part of the world. Being that Claude and I cover greater part of Saskatchewan territories, I guess, pulses and VPR is just such a great addition to the Viper. Allowed great tank mixability this year, and allows for our nutrient as well as our bioactive, I guess, in our line from Active Agri-Science.